I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we've all had a chance to take a look at the regular agenda. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll move to approve.
Thank you, John.
Maybe I'll step up today.
All right, there you go.
We're short one.
Councilmember Carr?
Aye.
Councilmember Roth?
Aye.
Councilmember Giefer? Aye. Mayor Huber?
That was fast. We're only 4, yes. Approval of consent agenda, please. We've all had a chance to take a look at the bill list and the other items on there. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second. Beat you, John.
Councilmember Carr?
Aye.
Councilmember Roth?
Aye.
Councilmember Giefer?
Aye.
Mayor Huber?
Aye. Thank you. Staff agenda items. We have a full plate tonight for our city engineer, Brad Reifsteck. Brad, we're going to ask you to speak on the consideration of Resolution 2024-08, declaring costs to be assessed and ordering the preparation of the proposed assessments. We'll, of course, have a public hearing on this as well, but we're going to hear from the engineer first in case he may answer questions you may have right out of the box. Brad, go ahead.
Perfect. Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. Again, we're here tonight to conduct a public hearing on assessments for the Knollwood Drive street improvement project. As you well know, that this project was petitioned by its residents of over 60% of the residents living along the street. Following a public hearing, the City Council ordered the public improvements for the Knollwood Drive street improvement project at the August 1st, 2023 regular council meeting. Council accepted the plans and specifications and ordered the advertisement for bids at the January 2nd, 2024.
Say, Brad,
Yes,
I'm going to stop you for
Yes,
just
sir.
a moment. We're having a bit of a volume problem here. I wonder if on your end you could turn up your microphone.
No, he just has to do it
Oh,
from
he's
the
just,
speaker.
never mind, Brad. We've got it.
We should,
Okay.
Go ahead.
we should let it struggle with that.
Are we good?
Yes, you're loud.
Oh, you're talking much louder.
So again, the council accepted the plans and specifications and ordered the advertisement for bids at the January 2nd, 2024 regular council meeting, and bids were received on May 2nd, 2024. The lowest bid was submitted by OMG Midwest in the amount of $199,855.11. The project costs include construction costs and engineering costs for a total project cost of $219,836.84. The City of Grant is contributing street maintenance dollars in the amount of $16,431 to the cost of the project. Therefore, the total cost of the improvement to be assessed against benefited properties is declared to be $203,405.84. There are 8 buildable units within the benefited area. The assessments per buildable unit is $25,425.73. Anyone wishing to object to the assessment must do so in writing and file with the city clerk prior to or during tonight's assessment hearing. Any objections must be filed with the district court by serving notice of the appeal upon the mayor or clerk of the city within 30 days after the adoption of the assessment. Assessments are proposed to be paid in equal annual installments over 15 years beginning in January 2025 with an annual interest rate of 4.5%. The assessments may be paid to the city in whole with no interest charged if the amount paid is made prior to October 31st, 2024. And with that said, Mayor, I would certainly answer any questions that the council or the mayor would have before we conduct the hearing.
All right, very good. Thanks, Brad. That's quick and concise. It gives us what we want to know. Council, questions for our engineer, please? Nothing, gentlemen?
No, not for me.
Okay, like I say, clear and concise there, Brad. I appreciate that. Let's go ahead and open up our public hearing. And I would ask that if you have very, very similar concerns to say like a spouse or something, maybe just have one person elucidate those for us, tell us about them. Really looking for good, solid information. We won't be talking back to you at this point because we're really here to hear you. You, not us. So, need a motion to open this public hearing for the Knollwood Drive Street Improvement Project.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Councilmember Carr?
Aye.
Councilmember Roth?
Aye.
Councilmember Giefer?
Aye.
Mayor Huber?
Aye. Thank you, Kim. Anyone here, if you would come up to the microphone, please, and give us your concerns, your yes or your no on this Knollwood Drive Street Improvement Project?
Okay,
I'm sorry? Yeah, it's boring. Why you hear it on the microphone. Nothing, folks? All good? Okay, real good. I need a motion to close our public hearing on the Knollwood Drive Street Improvement Project, please.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Jeff.
I'll second.
Thank you.
Councilmember Carr?
Aye.
Councilmember Rogg?
Aye.
Councilmember Giefer?
Aye.
Mayor Huber?
Aye. Thank you, Kim. I think Brad's very quick focus on this and concise explanation tells me that this is something that's been probably waiting for a long time and maybe has gone a little too long. I was happy to see this cross my desk. I'm happy to see it on the council table, and happy to see it go forward. I know we're going to make some people pleased with this improvement project. So we're looking at the motion 2024-8. I would entertain a resolution declaring cost assessed.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, John.
I'll second it.
Tom?
Councilmember Carr?
Aye.
Councilmember Rogg?
Aye.
Councilmember Giefer?
Aye.
Mayor Huber?
Aye. Thank you, Kim. Moving forward, we have a second resolution in concordance with this, which is a resolution certifying special assessments, and we have that role for the Knollwood Avenue Street Improvement Project. Gentlemen, do I have a motion to approve 2024-09?
So moved.
John, we can give you that first one, and Jeff, we're going to give you that second, please. Thank you.
Councilmember Carr?
Aye.
Councilmember Rogg?
Aye.
Councilmember Giefer?
Aye.
Mayor Huber?
Aye. Thank you, Kim. We are moving on with Knollwood Avenue here. We have consideration of Resolution 24-10, accepting bids and awarding a construction contract for the Knollwood Drive Street Improvement Project. Brad, you have spearheaded this process. Do you have comments on this?
Yeah, Mayor, members of the council, tonight I'm looking for a motion to accept the bids by resolution for the construction contract for the Knollwood Drive Street Improvement Projects. As I had mentioned earlier, the bids were received on May 2nd, 2024. Again, OMG is the apparent low bidder. OMG has done work for the city in the past. And in fact, I think they're just finishing up the 115th Street project for us. Their bid of $199,855.11 was the low bid. We did receive two other bids. The bids ranged from the low of $199 to just over $250,000. So we got a good range of bids. Again, if awarded by council, staff's anticipated schedule for the project improvements includes a tentative construction date in mid to late summer of 2024. And as specified in the contract documents, a substantial completion date for all the work, including cleanup, of September 27th, 2024. The improvements are anticipated to be partially funded by special assessments, as we discussed, and in accordance with the city's assessment policy. Again, the city of Grant is contributing street maintenance dollars in the amount of $16,431 to the cost of the project. So therefore, the city staff is recommending awarding a construction contract to OMG Midwest, Inc. in the amount of $199,855.11. So with that said, I would certainly entertain any questions from the council.
Councilman. Tom.
I think OMG got their name because when you walk out and look at your brand new street, you go, OMG. I'm not sure, Brad. Do you know if that's true or not?
Could be.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Tom's bringing the humor tonight, boy. He's on. Hey, Brad, they're working on 115th Street right now. You're working alongside them. Are you pleased with the work product and the scheduling and the cleanup out there?
I am. I think they'll be in later this week to finish up some of the topsoil and the shouldering, and we should be done here in the next 2 weeks or so. So they've done a great job. We ran into a little bit of soil subgrade issues out there, and they were excellent in handling that work and timely in the work. So I really appreciated the work that they did on that street project. And they, in fact, I think did the Justin Trail project for us 4 or 5 years ago too. So they've done several projects for us in the city of Grant.
Okay. I just wanted to ask, it looks to me as an untrained professional that Knollwood might be a little bit complicated, and we certainly want very quality work there, so that's good to hear. Thank you, Brad. 2024-10, the receiving bids and awarding contract. Brad is recommending OMG Midwest. Do I have a motion?
I'll move.
Thank you.
I'll second.
John?
Councilmember Carr?
Aye.
Councilmember Rod?
Aye.
Councilmember Kiefer?
Aye.
Mayor Huber?
Aye. Thank you, Kim. All right, more paving. This is the special roads project that this council discussed some time ago. And I think, Brad, if you could explain why this is being done. It's been touched on in the memo, but telling us about sort of the grading issues there and sort of the traffic issues, if you would kind of explain that and the rationale behind this project, please.
Yeah, so 110th Street and Lansing Avenue is one of our busier streets in the city of Grant, and there's a couple legs that conjoin those two intersections that are gravel, and there's a lot of gravel that gets pushed onto the bituminous pavement, which is a maintenance headache for our road maintenance gravel contractor. And it also includes some difficulties with some potholing and things like that. So hopefully with this project, we can, cover up the gravel, keep it from spreading onto the bituminous roadway, and fix some of the maintenance issues that we have on those two legs of gravel road. So we did solicit a couple contractors. We did get back 2 quotes. Rollo Paving quoted the project at $39,900. Arc Paving was low at $29,250. And again, as you said, this project is funded using the special roadway fund. So with that said, city staff is recommending awarding a contract for this work to Arc Paving, who, as you know, is does all the potholing in the city of Grant in the amount of $29,250.
Okay, and when,
With that said, I would go ahead.
oh, sorry about that, Brad. I thought you were done. When do you propose this work to be done, Brad, to get finished up?
It should be done by the end of August, if not sooner.
Okay, I will say I have come off of 110th and hit that intersection, and it's no fun if you're going even slightly too fast. You tend to slide a bit, so I think that's
Especially on a motorcycle.
especially on a motorcycle, yeah. So that should make it a bit safer, and from what I hear, the Kline brothers, our grading contractors, are excited to have that done as well. So, gentlemen, with that said, awarding this special roads project to Arc Paving in the amount of $29,250.
I'll make a motion.
Jeff?
I'll second it.
Yep.
Councilmember Carr?
Aye.
Councilmember Rod?
Aye.
Councilmember Kiefer?
Aye.
Mayor Huber?
Aye. Thank you, Kim. Brad, speak of the devil here. We're talking about the contract extension as stated in 9A of the Kline brothers, our grading contractors contract, the ability to extend this contract for an additional year. Would you like to speak on that?
Sure, Mayor, members of the council. Tonight I'm seeking a motion to approve the extending the current gravel road maintenance agreement with the Kline brothers. As you know, they've done work for us since, for a long time now, and the existing contract that we have in place started in August of 2022. It was a 2-year agreement that we had, but there is a clause in the agreement that would extend it if amenable by each party. The Kline brothers are in favor of extending the existing contract with the exact same terms that we have to date. So staff is recommending extending the current agreement for 1 year, ending on July 31st, 2025.
Well, I'm glad inflation has not touched the Kline brothers. They're the only ones. John?
Brad, you said the last contract was for 2 years?
Right, so the current contract would end at the end of July this year.
Okay, and they only want 1 year extension? Is this a common thing with contractors like this that, or do we usually do multi-year contracts?
Well, so the clause in our contract suggest just 1 year. And typically after that 1 year, we would do a brand new contract with the contractor. We'd have to go back out and get quotes and things like that. So
Okay.
this by extending it, we don't have to go out and get quotes or do any of that extra work.
And this is pretty common to extend a contract like this?
It is if you're happy with the subcontractor that's doing the work, and I certainly think that I know the staff is happy with Kline Brothers. So.
All right, thanks, Brad.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, if, we've seen these contracts before where by mutual agreement, our contractors and the council can agree to extend for a year. Now, my bad joke about inflation, not totally made in jest, I was surprised not to see some sort of a negotiation upon renewing for 1 year. Their diesel costs have got to be way up from when they had originally signed this. They've got to be way up. So I would expect next year to see a renegotiation take place. And do you know, are they amenable to a renegotiation? I don't really want to go out for bid because there's no one local and we end up paying mobilization charges.
Yeah, I think we ran into this problem last time. We didn't go out for quotes, and I think the auditors caught that and were very suggestive that we do have to go out for quotes for this work. So I don't know that there's any way around just directly negotiating with the Kline Brothers. I think we have to go out for quotes for this work.
Well, that's fine, but as I said, our former grading companies come from areas quite far from here. So when they get in that tractor and they drive it here, you get charged for that trip. And it's not like taking a taxi, let me tell you. It's a little expensive. So, well,
Yeah,
good,
it's
good
really
enough.
hard for anybody to compete with the Kline Brothers, and they do great work. So
They do, yeah.
Mr.
Very,
Mayor
very
and
good.
council
Yeah.
members, I'll just add to that, a way to kind of avoid what you're talking about is do longer term contracts.
To John's idea.
But not
Yeah,
approve this.
a
but
longer-
just do
No,
a
no, no,
longer-
no, 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 the next one.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, I think
that's-
that's what Brad said.
Yeah, that, we've always wanted to do 3 or 4 year contracts because it goes along with the council and any changes that might happen in the council, so.
Yeah, well, we have a 30-day out on every contract we
Yep.
sign. I've never seen one where we didn't have a 30-day out if we were unsatisfied, prices changed, what have you. So, yeah, that's a good idea. And the Klines, as I say, they're local. They're here. They're in the community. They know the roads. They drive the roads. So it's good to have those guys on board and keep them on board as much as possible, in my opinion. So, gentlemen, looking for a motion to extend the Kline Brothers maintenance contract on a 1-year extension, please.
I'll move.
Tom,
Second.
Jeff,
Councilmember Carr?
Aye.
Councilmember Rod?
Aye.
Councilmember Giefer?
Aye.
Mayor Huber?
aye. Welcome back, Kline Brothers. Glad to keep you. Good guys. Brad, I think you're done. It was good to see you. You took up half our meeting. Good job. All right. On to new business, as we have no, well, no, yep, we're gonna move that. You moved I to new business, correct? Okay, very good. I didn't bother printing it, I just drew a line through it. So Nick Vivian, our attorney, has no action items. We're gonna move on to new business. The consideration of the city assessor appointment. I know that you.
Mr. Mayor?
Oh, sorry, did I miss something?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah.
This about the Plat.
Oh, pardon me, I went right by it.
No problem.
Yep, thank you very much. So that was in the same place. Consideration of resolution number 2024-11 preliminary plat, Elliot Crossing. Kim?
Mayor and council members, before you, you have the resolution of approval that incorporates the requested changes from your May meeting. The condition regarding review by the fire chief has been added. The conditions have also been updated to reflect the minor adjustments to the plat, and a condition is included that an updated plat must be submitted and reviewed by city staff, including the city engineer, once the adjustments are made. That should be done once the Browns Creek Watershed District has approved the required permits for the project.
Okay, real good. So all of our conditions have been added, and it's been laid out for us. I think we've all had a chance to take a look at that. Questions? John, Tom, Jeff?
Nope.
No.
Well,
Look,
Jennifer got everything taken care of. We're good.
yep, she did. Resolution 2024-11, the preliminary plat for Elliot Crossing. Need a motion, gentlemen.
I'll move.
Second.
I'm really working hard today.
Gotcha that
No.
time.
Councilmember Carr?
Aye.
Councilmember Rod?
Aye.
Councilmember Kiefer?
Aye.
Mayor Huber?
Aye. Thanks, Kim. Now we're on to the city assessor. Thank you, Kim, correcting me there. We've had a chance to take a look at some of these. We've looked at the estimate worksheets. We've all had a chance to discuss this with the assessor of our choice, if we wish to do so. Any nominations for assessor or motions to approve? Tom?
I talked to Ted, talked to the county. I didn't talk to the other guy, but Ted seems like a nice guy. We had good luck with this current assessor. I think the county's a little more expensive. I think the county's always a backup if this person doesn't work out. Sounds like he used to be up in Chisago, used to big acreage, now he's in Brooklyn Park where he's got way more houses. So, yeah, so I'd be fine with Ted, so.
Yeah, go ahead, please, Jeff.
No, I'm just agreeing with Tom. Unless there's any other discussion, you need a motion, right? for,
Yeah,
not-
looking for a motion to accept whomever you call out.
I would like to make a motion for Ted Anderson. I think he'd be,
Okay. We got a second for Mr. Anderson.
Second.
Mr. Carr.
Councilmember Carr?
Aye.
Councilmember Rod?
Aye.
Councilmember Kiefer?
aye.
Mayor Huber?
Aye. Thank you. Kim?
Mayor and council members, before you is a resolution accepting previous council member Tufte's resignation and declaring a council vacancy.
Thank you, Kim. I just want to say a couple of quick words about Bob Tufte. Bob Tufte was on our planning commission for years. Bob Tufte served the city in a number of different ways. He was up here planting flowers. You see flowers out there? That's Bob and his wife. Bob and his wife used to come up here and trim. They used to come up here and make sure the place looked good. We still don't have plumbing, but it looks good, right? And that was Bob, because he cared about the city on the planning commission and on the council. He picked up some slack when we needed him to, and a very valued member, and we are sorry to see him go. So, need a motion to accept the resignation, please.
I'll make the motion.
Do we have a second to accept Bob's resignation?
I'll second.
Thanks, John.
Councilmember Carr?
Aye.
Councilmember Rod?
Aye.
Councilmember Kiefer?
Aye.
Mayor Huber?
Aye. Go ahead, Kim.
Mr. Mayor and council members, before you is a resolution to fill a vacancy that you just declared on the city council. I will note you do not need to fill that vacancy. You do not need to appoint, but you most certainly can choose to do so. And that appointment would be till the end of the year when that term is up, which is December 31st.
Okay, real good. Jeff?
I would like to make a motion for Ben Cornett to fill the vacant council seat.
Okay.
And,
Anything else?
well, I was gonna make some statements,
Yeah, go
but
ahead.
do we wait?
Who Ben is?
Yep, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Thanks. So, Ben, who's with us tonight, sitting in the back, Ben was raised in a small town in rural southeastern Indiana and graduated from Purdue University with a BA in history. Ben is an accomplished veteran who served his country as a cryptologic linguist in the U.S. Army, as well as a national security contractor after his honorable discharge. Working with a startup after his service provided Ben with valuable experience in a multitude of leadership roles, collaborating with various government and DoD, Department of Defense partners. In 2022, Ben sought the natural beauty and familiar sense of community he experienced as a youth and relocated to Grant, where he is currently launching a company that develops children's games designed to cultivate critical thinking and foster teamwork skills in future generations. I have spoken to Ben for a long time about his interest in serving this community, and I know that he's been preparing himself by attending meetings and watching recordings of past meetings, going back several years of meetings. Ben is in fact with us here tonight. I mentioned that. In my conversations with Ben, he has shared his passion in preserving the rural heritage of Grant, specifically retaining our standards of 10-acre density, 5-acre lot size, keeping city sewer and water out of Grant, and permitting only what is currently allowed under our zoning and comp plan. I am confident with Ben's passion, combined with his professional leadership skills, experience, and ability to follow and lead, would make him a great asset to our city council.
Okay, good. We know a little bit about Ben. He's educated, veteran, moved around the country. He's got some experience under his belt. These are the type of people I like to see up here, making good decisions and using analytical skills. And as a crypto analyst, he should even be able to figure out our packets. So good job, Ben. Looking for a second for Ben Cornett. Oh, no?
I want to add.
I'll second Ben.
Well, I had more questions. but,
Well,
yeah.
we'll have questions. I seconded them. Now you can have your questions. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
so
please.
and Ben, I've seen you at the meetings and up front with the camera, and it's great you want to come up here to this volunteer position, so thanks for stepping forward. I personally looked around for some other people and I don't really have any. Usually we use past council members maybe to fill in. I know I tried that once years ago, and then ended up running again, but, and then we've had some planning commission members and stuff like that. We tried to go that way. Bob Tufty was up here because of that. But it doesn't have to be that way. So, John, you have any comments?
John, would you like to speak?
Well, John had talked to me before about this. so I-
Yeah, I don't see anybody else stepping up at this point. Even though they may be good, they're
Yeah.
too busy.
They don't have time.
Yeah.
Trust
They
me,
don't have
I tried probably the guy you're thinking of
Yeah.
and too busy.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Busy. I
Tried
know.
talking him into it. I got a
know.
flat no.
Yeah, it's hard getting
Yeah.
people to run, so anybody that we can get to run is good. so.
We were lucky to find Ben with a combination of education, experience, willingness, time to do it. Ben is going to be a good addition, and it is never good for this city not to have 5 people up here. Always better to have 5 people up here, okay? You have better discussions amongst members as well as not having crazy votes. So, with that said, Kim, would you call that question, please? We have a motion and a second on the floor for Ben Cornett.
Councilmember Carr?
Aye.
Councilmember Rogg?
Aye.
Councilmember Kiefer?
Aye.
Mayor Hubert?
Aye. Congratulations, Ben. You'll be sworn in
Ben.
next month. Stick around. I'll take your picture in the mayor's chair. It'll be great.
You're gonna remember that the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Actually, be bored to death. No, just kidding, Ben. You're gonna like it. It's fun. It's a good group of guys. You're not gonna have any issues. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So, unfinished business. Anything, Kim? All right. Discussion items. Staff updates from Kim. I see other people don't have anything really. Do you have anything for us, Kim?
I did not put it on the calendar because I wanted to announce it, just a reminder to everybody and whoever is watching or will watch. The July city council meeting is Thursday, June 25th. And I also believe, based on the project, the Knollwood Road project, one of your agenda items will be the decision if you're gonna bond or not.
Okay. We'll have to have a good talk with Sharon.
John's got his hand up.
Oh, sorry, John, go ahead. Yeah, just go ahead and say something if I'm looking at her. 'Cause I can't see.
I thought you said it was the 25th was a Tuesday. Is that the new, didn't you put that in there for a Tuesday?
Yeah,
it was a Tuesday myself.
I thought it was a
I was
Tuesday.
just pulling up my
Tuesday the
calendar.
25th.
Oh, I think you said Thursday though.
Thursday.
You
Oh,
said
Tuesday
Thursday,
the
but
25th.
it is on a.
Tuesday,
Tuesday.
June
Okay.
25th.
We got it.
Just making
I
sure.
won't look at my phone, I'm sorry. Just looking at the calendar there for a second. Okay, yeah, real good. We'll have to talk to our treasurer and see what we have for cash and possibly self-bond that, which is always a good thing for the city to do, especially for the residents. So, city council reports, future agenda items, gentlemen.
I don't have an agenda item. I did give something to Kim. She's gonna research and get back to us.
Okay.
And I think it reflects partly on that county, what you just sent today about the county. They're talking about the Highway 96 corridor, so maybe that's what she was talking about. I don't know.
Yeah.
You'll figure it out.
Well, for everyone's news, I mean, my meetings at the county over the Highway 36 Lake Elmo, which were numerous, the subject did come up several times of Highway 96 being turned over to the county.
That's
So,
already happened.
That's already happened, right, see, right by me.
Yeah, they
John?
already put the signs up, so.
Nice.
Um,
John?
It seems as though we have a Comcast is running lines down a lot of areas.
Yeah.
And it seems as though they've got the pipe and then they're gonna put in the fiber optic cable.
Yep.
Which means that instead of 5 meg with CenturyLink, we may have something in the neighborhood of 500 or maybe a gig.
Year 2024?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do when they run out of cable right when they get to your
They get your driveway.
Right to our house.
Mayor and council members, I'll just remind you that that was grant dollars
Yeah.
were applied. You guys designated a lot of your COVID funds to that project. I will also let everybody know we do not have a map yet.
No, we have no coverage maps yet.
Nope.
It took us on the cable commission about 4 years to get this done. I've negotiated one extension in town. I was quite proud of it. It was 1.5 miles, and I think 4 or 5 people signed up. That was a little disappointing. After COVID, however, the calls for high-speed cable became quite a bit more strident and loud, and I got lots of phone calls. And we started really pounding on the state, our legislature, senators, and pushed to get some federal dollars into the state to get this done. We applied for the grant, we were awarded the grant, we needed to buy in at that point, so we took our COVID funds that are somewhat difficult to spend because of federal restrictions, and we put $150,000 toward that. That's minimal compared to the cost of this. So it's good investment for grant. It's gonna make your houses that do not have, like John, suffering with dial-up or whatever you have, it's going to make them
AOL.
more valuable. It's going to make them more valuable. If you can't work at home and your kids are driving you nuts because you can't play video games, John, it's hard. No, so we're very proud of that accomplishment. We do not have coverage maps yet. They are still mapping. As they put this in, they are mapping the limits, the lengths of each what are called optical repeaters. So the lasers that shoot down these lines and actually bring the signal to you on an optical line, they're actually mapping those to see how far they can get. You'd think they would know, but the explanation given to me is that these optical repeaters weaken over time. So it changes a little bit. So they're still doing that. Once we have those maps, we'll let you know as soon as possible, and then we can start talking about drops to individual residents. So,
Mr. Mayor and council members, because you went into all that history, I will
Yeah,
just
it-
add
that
that
had to-
this city council, as soon as the lockdown kind of hit and people were working at home and couldn't go to work, you guys approved a cost share for people to run the cable
Forgot
up
that.
their driveways,
Yes.
because that's very expensive, even if the cable was in the roadway. Everyone has such typically long driveways here, and you guys did a cost share on that.
we
so,
did. I remember that now. That was so long ago that I'd forgotten about it. There is a specific amount of money set aside for those who need assistance in bringing that drop. The cable company comes to the road. They're not going to your house, okay? That drop is considered your responsibility. We did earmark some money for that, and once that becomes and comes to
Mr.
fruition,
Mayor,
we'll talk.
council members, I don't believe that the city did.
We didn't earmark it?
No, you had a time limit
Yep.
Oh,
on
that's
the cost
right.
share. So
That's
there are
right.
no more dollars for cost share,
Okay.
okay?
Well, unless we,
Yeah,
there's some,
we can
we have some
redo
left
that.
over.
If we need to, we'll see if we have other COVID funds to do that. My bad. I'm living in cable glory there.
Well, you just made the phone ring off the hook at the city office.
Well, good. You get lonely, I know you do. Who would like to read the community calendar?
I'm practically hoarse from all those,
Yeah.
that more motions and seconds.
John?
Oh, goodness. You're gonna have to get back there. I was gonna add one more thing, maybe to the next meeting, to,
Oh, go ahead.
to,
Yeah.
to talk about the,
Yep.
potential tractor parade.
Oh, yeah.
We probably should put that on. I know that I sent something out, and maybe Nick, needs to take a look at that as well, for what was sent. So maybe we can discuss that next meeting, if that's,
fine with me.
something
Okay.
on the agenda.
Has he been forwarded this stuff, or did you forward it, or did John forward it, or, oh, wait a
I
second, I
did,
saw
I
that.
forwarded it to all of you, and it was
That's
the
right.
costs, and it was my understanding that I maybe misunderstood, but that you wanted to budget for this.
Well, I do, but that doesn't mean John wants to. So, we could discuss it again. I don't mind. I will tell you that I will have the same answer, that when we do something like this, it goes under the budget process. So, that will be my answer once again. Not that I don't like the idea of it or the practice of it, but budgeting is the way to go on that.
Mr. Mayor and council members, I will add that Nick did take a look at it, and Nick's response was he would hope the city would not do this. There are too many liability issues.
You said what? Say that again?
He would hope the city would not do this, the tractor parade, because there are too many liability issues.
So if we put it on the agenda for
Yeah.
next week, then we can kind of have a back and forth with him to understand a little bit more what he's saying then?
No, it's just the insurance and liability and people getting hurt.
Yeah, I
Um,
would request a memo from Nick.
If we have it on the agenda, we certainly can.
Yeah,
But
let's-
the city attorney is also not saying you can't do it.
I understand what he's saying. I wanted you to say it a little louder so I could hear the context and all of it. So let's go ahead and vote on this, guys.
There's no vote.
I always want to vote on this.
And Mr. Mayor, you had some.
We should, actually.
I'm serious.
We actually
I'm
should,
serious.
yeah.
Mr. Mayor, you had some updates that some people were expecting about the dry hydrant
Oh,
and the
gosh,
cleanup day.
that's right. Everybody remember the dry hydrant? It was a big thing about 10 years ago. Yeah, nobody even knows what it is, right?
I do.
I heard. The dry hydrant is actually what's called a standpipe. It's a standby for emergency water, say for example, to fight a large grass fire, to fight a large house fire that could spread to another house. What it does is it comes in from the shore, goes down into the lake, Man Lake in this case, and there is a floating pickup about 8 feet below the water. So, in emergencies, fire hydrant or the fire department can pull up, pop a hose on it, suck it into the tank, shuttle it back to the fire. Right now, every fire, structure fire at least, that runs out of that initial tanker, 1,500 gallons, they start shuttling with tanks. So they have tankers that run back and forth, normally to Montemita High School, fill there, come back out. That dry standpipe is there for extreme emergencies. If the tankers are unavailable, they're on another fire, they can pull water into that. Now, the Montemita Fire Department goes out and flushes that. As you can imagine, even 8 feet below the water, you get debris in that, whether it be leaves, moss, what have you. So they go out with 1,500 gallons of their water in the tank and they back flush it at extreme pressure to blow everything back out of that screen. That is a hard process on that because it's not made to go that way, it's made to go the other way. So they went on and did this about 2 weeks ago. I talked to Terry in Montemita, whose responsibility it is, and Terry has let me know that they're not sure that they have it up to full capacity right now. It should pull at a certain GPM, and it may not be pulling at that GPM. So he's sending out the dive team. The dive team goes out in their little Zodiac, jumps overboard, and checks the connections, retightens it, flushes it out manually. It is a last-ditch defense. I had someone email me and say, well, you know, the citizens rely on that. Most citizens don't know it's there. If the citizens are relying on that, we do have bigger problems because those shuttle tankers have taken care of every house fire, every fire we've ever had. Again, last ditch defense. That's what it's for. So, dive team's going out and they're gonna take a look at it. If it needs to be reflushed, put back together, reinforced, they will take care of it. I have great respect for those Montemita dive team folks. So that should take care of that problem.
Got a comment?
Oh, please.
Yeah, I mean, I think the issue is that we heard that they weren't gonna ever use it. So if they're not gonna use it, then I don't know why we have it, because it gives a false sense of security. To Jeff's point, I don't know if people know it's there. So that's, I'm not disputing that. But, and it used to be that the small tanker trucks back in the olden days didn't have the filters, the pressure. You could suck up, you know, turtles, frogs, fish, and still shoot it through but you can't do that with the new equipment, and they don't wanna ruin their equipment. So that's what I heard, but to Jeff's point, he's right. I mean, I'm not sure how many people even know it's there, so.
I put it in. I was in the water with the dive team, so I've seen the screen that I put into the water. It's about like that.
No, I know.
So no turtles anymore. Just a screen about 5 foot tall and about 20 inches in diameter.
Speaking of
But easy to blow off with the back pressure. So, it's a last ditch defense. Trusting in it is akin to, I gotta say it, driving down a street in any town in America, seeing a red fire hydrant and trusting there's water in there, that it's gonna work. Well, it is a good last ditch defense if the tanker trucks don't work. So, let me keep going here unless somebody else has something else on the dry hydrant. It seems to be quite controversial. No, good. Cleanup day. You know what? I forgot to talk about this last month. We had a cleanup day about a month and a half ago. This is the city getting together. We advertise it in our newsletter and talk to all of our residents about it. We usually have, gosh, 200-300 cars. Again, the weather was horrible this year, so we probably only had 120, maybe 150 cars. But we're talking trailers and cars and trucks and the whole thing. So big success. I did cook hot dogs again. You guys missed out on the best hot dog in town. Cook them right there in the rain. Huh? Bad?
Burnt.
Yeah, they weren't burnt. They were good. Yeah. He took over the grill. He said I did better. I had to go. So I don't believe it. But anyway, we had a lot of very, very happy residents there. And we perform a great service. Ditches get cleaned up as well as properties. And that's good for all of us, not to have that stuff in folks' properties. And we all have seen, maybe some things that need to get tossed away, both in the ditch and on people's property. So great service of the city. I'm real proud of the staff. Kim is always there. Bob Tufty was there. I believe Jerry Helander was there.
All your road contractors were there.
All our road contractors.
And please thank Maroney's.
And Maroney's, thank you. She's always reminding me of this good stuff. Maroney's was there, and as you know, they are grant-based, refuse collector and extraordinaire. They do a lot of different things for the city, but this is one of the best. They're out there working all day. Their guys are out there in the rain, in the snow, no matter what. And this time again, cold and rainy and no fun, and they were there the whole time. So Maroney's does a fantastic job, and that's probably because of Kim's relationship with Maroney's. I really like Kim, and so they always show up. So
Not because of the burnt hot dogs, that's not
not
why
the
they-
burnt hot dogs. Yeah. Okay. I
You
never-
had, you had some good cookies and bars.
Yeah. Always.
Thanks to Brad. Brad, I think.
Brad
um,
gave some goodies.
I think you had some goodies there, Brad.
Yeah.
Some fishing lures and stuff and some.
And we also go through our federal permitting, stormwater
MS4.
permitting? Yeah, MS4 permitting. So cleanup day, dry hydrant, everything's good in the city. There's not too much going on, and, gosh, we're proud to keep it the way Grant is. We all love it just as much as you. Of that, you can be sure. John, would you do our community calendar? We get out of here in the rain.
Yes, we'd love to get out of here in the rain. Matamidi Public Schools Board meeting Thursday, June 13th and June 27th, Matamidi District Education Center at 7 p.m. Stillwater Public Schools Board meeting Thursday, June 13th, Stillwater City Hall, 7 p.m. And Washington County Commissioners meeting Tuesdays at the Government Center at 9 a.m.
John, thank you very much. Do I have a motion to adjourn, gentlemen?
Make the motion.
Thank you, Jeff. Second?
I'll second.
All right, John.
Councilmember Carr?
Aye.
Councilmember Rod?
Aye.
Councilmember Giefer?
Aye.
Mayor Huger?
Yes, thank you, Kim.
45 minutes?
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. That was quick.